weekend.
Did you?
So.
What'd you play?
So many things. I can't remember the names of any of them, but I screamed a lot.
I need to go back and watch these.
So I have this game that I was once told this story about this real incident called the Dyatlov Pass, which happened in Russia. And it was this incident that happened with a bunch of experienced hikers who went out to the Dyatlov Pass. And they didn't come back, right? And so when they went to go find them, they found them all without like their gear and stuff on, and they were all frozen. And
I know that story.
Yeah, right. But they made a game about it, and Sean Bean from named it from all spoiler in every movie ever. He narrates it, and the game is called Kholat, Kholat.
I've seen this game.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a super horror movie or a horror game, and it's probably pretty cheap. But yeah, Kholat, Kholat.
Interesting.
If you want, I guess, tell me how it is. I have it. I just never played it.
I've heard some like really, really compelling theories about that incident.
They did a White House on it.
They did, yeah.
But other than the
Our internet's freaking out right now.
is it though? I don't think it
Something's
is.
happening.
Like I've never
We have
heard
dropped
of
no
this, so,
frames.
Like, what's...
This is
Dyatlov
freaking
Pass.
out. We're not.
It was a
So
bunch
these
of college
hikers-
kids, and they're part of like the outdoor club or something. like that.
More of a club. There was like a class, like their major or something like
Wasn't one of the theories was it was a Yeti attack?
that. Well, yeah,
There's all that kind of
Aliens.
stuff.
there was theory
Driven
about,
crazy by radiation.
there were theories about like the sound frequency coming off of the mountains coming through the tunnels, making like this haunting sound even.
So the compelling theory that I read was it was, and I'm trying to remember the details, but I think it's something they ate.
But yeah, they might have
That,
eaten something that was like hallucinogenic or poisonous.
Right, that
and
has a
made them go
particular
crazy.
types of effects that like desensitize you to cold and make you kind of delirium.
Will make
kind
you
of
go
feel,
search
stuff
out for
like
water
that.
and stuff.
Wow,
Yeah.
okay. That
You
makes
should
sense.
search though. It's pretty funky because they found it's almost so. What made it spooky though was that they all were out of their tent, like as if something came in the in the middle of the night and spooked them.
Yeah.
And they all just spread out, like not in one direction. They all just like went.
Scattered.
Yeah,
Scattered.
at first it looks like something attacked them, but you don't
Correct.
see any signs of what attacked
There's
them.
no
It's one of those
monster
grand
footprints.
mysteries, you know?
Gotcha.
It's pretty cool.
Gotcha.
I mean, sad, but
I didn't play anything that was that cool. It was more like, whoa, the reporter guy didn't come to work today. Let's go check it out. What, he got a music box? What's this? Oh my god, black stuff is attacking me, run, you know?
remember Phasmophobia?
Oh,
still
I hate
installed.
I scream in Phasmophobia.
It freaks us out.
VR.
Oh, yeah.
Jump scares are the worst.
I love whenever they started getting really on edge because then I'd start egging the ghost on super.
Oh, you and Calvin.
Yeah,
are
we
both-
were like, ooh, spooky, scary. And they're screaming and running away, and I'm just like, why is this scary to anyone?
I just don't like the crunchy, horrible sounds after they get you.
Oh, but Mike scared me last night. I was coming down in through here, and he's standing behind there. He goes, ha! Like this. I'm like, and I just went, boom, like this. And I'm like, oh, that's what that feels like. I forgot.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
That would be a gold mine.
That's so much fun. Nobody scares me.
I assume you played like Silent Hill and Dead Space and all that stuff.
I played a little bit of Dead Space. I had to. I
won't play that game.
I ran into a bug, and so I couldn't get very far.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, like some guy survived that wasn't supposed to be able to, and so he just like was in like a weird perpetual death thing in a doorway, and the door wouldn't let me through. I don't know.
That's wild. I've never heard of that one.
I'm good at breaking things.
That's true.
We're all here. We're all ready.
All right, we're all here.
We're live.
We're
the
live.
internet has fixed itself.
It was never busted in the
Tucker
Twitch
has a
was
sandwich.
Sandwich
Good.
is important.
So here we are once again. I guess for more Weird West. Yeah. Cool. Let's see. So Etherflux, I guess, is going off from what I hear, which is, I guess, one more night.
Well,
with
we'll
the
see.
DPG, maybe.
We all sort of died at least once, but not really.
I hear.
We've all been unconscious for sure.
Mike
Yes.
got KO'd like 3 times and then full on died, and his clone that Chris made without any of our permission just zooped right into his spot.
It was
very,
the wisest course of action. Your input was not needed.
it was very cool.
Nice.
It was very cool.
Cool. And then Hunters on Wednesday?
Yeah, man, I'm looking forward to this Wednesday. I put about 6 hours into the next
Oh,
module.
wow. Okay.
Dungeon Painter, I saw you on.
Yep, Dungeon Painter Studio. because you can import maps from Donjon.
Oh wow! I
So
didn't
if you
know
do
that.
stuff on Donjon, but I'm starting to get to the point where Donjon's a little unhelpful because like it's like the monsters are too generic. You got to really go and like. So I did that. I did a lot of room descriptions. Loaded the dungeon map up. There's a cutscene, not like a visual cutscene, just a verbal thing. And so I'm looking forward to it.
Cool. Good. So yeah, other than that, looks like I'm glad to be here. Glad to be doing this thing, and I don't have much else to say. Besides, let's get to it.
Shall we run the intro?
Pitter patter, let's get at her.
Yes, pitter patter. Let's get at her.
All right,
Let her Kenny.
I'll throw the intro.
dude.
Yeah. All right. So at this point, we have, I guess, some recap in the form of, a newspaper article. So, Mr. Avis, take it away.
The Dawn Sentinel, an illustrated weekly newspaper. Cross-country chaos. The dead walk. Numerous accounts of the dead coming to life have been reported. Skeletons, reanimated corpses, still with flesh, ephemeral entities, spirits, and ghosts have all been seen, heard, and interacted with. Some religious leaders have called for a renewed strength in the face of these trials, claiming they are a test from God. Others say the apocalypse is here and that hell is being emptied to destroy life. Still others are looking for a scientific explanation and seek the comet for answers. Supply lines are disrupted. Smugglers, criminals, gangs, and new organizations are taking matters into their own hands as the number of robberies, bootlegging, and murders have increased. The usual modes of transportation are no more susceptible to attack.
Should be no longer. I'm sorry.
No longer. Okay.
Typo.
Convoys of all shape and size are being targeted for their goods, and criminals have found a new market in the common items sold at black market prices. Earthquake in California. A devastating earthquake has caused massive damage to the San Andreas fault line and the surrounding area. Sources say an enormous chasm has developed, and that part of California is actively sliding into the ocean. Thousands are dead or lost in one of the worst natural disasters in recent memory. This story is ongoing and developing.
Question.
Yes.
Is the part of California that's sliding off a part that we're on? Are we in where are we?
You're not in California yet.
We're not in California.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Just making sure we're not, stranded on an island just yet.
Nope.
No. Okay.
No.
Oh, fascinating.
So-
okay.
Is the idea that
Very cool.
currently, at least, has the whole world gone weird? We don't know, obviously, so the player, but
Well,
has the whole world gone
California's
weird?
clearly going weird.
Or is it just our local area?
Interesting idea, right? We don't know.
Yeah, you don't.
It could be, maybe it's like how close the comet is to that part of the Earth. It gets weirder.
Yeah.
Like maybe like when it entered over like China, they're fine. But like as it kind of crossed over the planet, it got closer and closer.
Weirder and weirder. Yeah.
I don't know.
Possibly.
I like to think that somewhere in England, like everything's just perfectly normal.
Yeah.
Like nothing has changed in like this small suburb, but they go to town, they're just like, oh, good heavens.
Well, do you want to discover it or do you want to know?
Well,
Oh, let's discover it. Let's discover it.
Coles.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I do want to know, but I want to know right.
Fair enough. And that's something we could probably talk about off camera too if you want. Cool. Thank you for that. So last time you entered the small hamlet or town of Sour Bend, which was covered in cobwebs. and you notice that a lot of the buildings that had these long cobwebs connecting to each other. Which you inferred and later found out that the spiders were used for transportation and communication, and as well as so there were several of these pods that looked like wrapped up human bodies covered in cobwebs dangling in the middle of the street as an attempt to lure other people out into the open. So you went around to the back side of the chapel and started to sneak your way through. And after that, getting through, you you encountered some survivors, maybe 30 or 40 people who were holed up in the chapel, and you had basically a gunfight with some spiders that attacked at different levels, and a lot of things happened. You won the day, except one spider did go in and burrow beneath the main town, the main road, and after that, that's it, right?
Yeah, I
Pretty
think
much.
so.
You all did cool things.
We
That's awesome.
Somebody got knocked down. Did anybody get? No.
I got really hurt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you were really hurt, but I think the rest of us are pretty okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Trying to remember anything else that happened.
I fist smashed that spider because you guys teased me. I'm like, all right, fine.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
See, and it paid off.
Cue the music. And
Peer pressure won the day.
It did.
It usually does.
So, as you are all reconvening and coming down to the main floor of, well, you don't have to, but most people are with the main floor of the church, Mayor Altu is still wandering around, checking on people, making sure that all the windows are boarded up, that the gun ports are still operational, and people are still defending things, and he's actually sending more lookouts up to the bell tower to make sure that more spiders are not coming. And I guess at this point, what do you wish to do? Anything?
First of all, Alicia, needing to recover, takes a seat and starts reloading her guns and taking a breather.
Okay.
Recovery rolls, is that what you're doing?
Yep.
Yep. If anyone else, does anyone else need to recover? I don't think most of you should be pretty good.
I'm fine. Oh, Doc.
There's
not
the
Doc,
one
what's his
action
name?
one.
Isaac.
Isaac.
Oh,
Doc is Dan. I'm gonna have to remember everyone's names again.
Yeah,
All over again.
One week, a lot of things happen.
you're taking 10 minutes?
If we're taking 10 minutes, I'll do another roll.
You can take, yeah, it's up to you.
You were just in
It seems like we have that kind of downtime.
What do you get?
Yeah.
1d6 per.
1d6 per
That's
one
your
of these. D6
So-
plus 1.
You add 1 at the moment. So tier 1. So
I'll-
whatever.
I shall sit. Oh, damn, I don't know the names. Damn it.
Alicia.
Alicia, I shall sit with you and also heal.
Okay.
We got any more bandages out there? I could use something for these giant spider bites.
If you want to try to bandage or do first aid,
How damaged are you?
Sure, I got some bandages.
After the 2 rolls,
Yeah.
my might is now 8 out of 14, and my speed is 9 out of 15.
Oh wow. So you're like at half.
There's nothing we can do to heal each other. Right?
you can.
Oh, we can?
If you have like a first aid,
Antibacterial spatula. I don't know how to use it.
Wait until somebody gets dysentery, and then you slap it right out.
Yeah.
That's for like removing a disease kind of
I think
situation?
so.
Well, we haven't slept since I got smashed up,
No, we have not.
wanna-
so I
Like-
can't do
like,
anything.
For healing, you decide how many points you want to heal, and that's the task difficulty. So whatever skill you want to use for that can give you an asset or something, or you just make a straight roll.
Yeah, I'm saying I don't have anything on my sheet that would equate with healing, so it would just be like, let us meditate, and perhaps you can encourage your body to heal.
Yeah.
Got this poultice.
I don't have
for
anything like
worm
written on
casings
my
and
sheet, but I imagine
stones.
that I've cared for a great
That's as much
number
as you
of
know
like
about healing.
scrapes
I
and
think I'll go with
burns
the
from
Green
this
Barrett
guy.
method.
Sure.
Suck out the poison.
So I don't actually get any kind of special bonuses to it, but I'll help. I'll just thematically, I'll be trying to help like clean up your wounds and stuff for you.
I mean, if you want to try to make an intelligence roll of a certain difficulty for points, you can.
Yeah.
So how many points do you want to try and heal?
How difficult will
that'll
it
be the difficulty.
Like,
so
per
one,
difficulty?
Yeah, so
Okay.
like, if you want 3 points, that's a difficulty 3. So that means 9 or better. Or if it's 4, it's 12.
I'll take the help action.
What is that?
Like,
Well, yeah, if you're providing assistance, it'll lower it by 1.
Okay, alright. Okay, yeah, let's try to give you 3 more points. I feel like that's pretty reasonable.
So
Be
we'll
appreciated.
3 total.
Ooh, 17 on the die.
So yeah, you get 3 points back.
Sick.
While everybody else is kind of like chilling out and like trying to like recover, I'm gonna go through. I want to just inspect that we're in a secure
Okay.
situation. We've seen the size of the spiders. They won't be able to get back in, and just be whenever I'm near any kind of spot, I'm looking out and checking on things.
So do you have any skills for this?
No, I'm just
just
running
doing
around,
it?
just taking a look.
All right. So give me the intelligence roll. And Maria, what was the site for the spatula? What's the name?
I just remove condition
Okay.
4, actually. Yeah,
Okay.
antibacterial spatula is what I wrote.
I have no cipher right now.
Yeah, I know.
So I don't want to spend any of my pool. Is there anything I can get to add to an intelligence roll other than just doing a straight roll?
If you get help from somebody, you can do that.
Okay. But like not because I have so much in my intellect or I have 2 edge in my intellect.
No.
It doesn't help me anything.
No.
Doesn't do anything.
No, it's
Well,
not
it's
like
easier for you
D&D
to
where
put
you...
effort.
So points you spend.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like D&D where it just, you add it
That's
automatically.
an 18.
Okay.
Is that a major?
That's only in combat.
19, 20. Yeah, for that kind of stuff.
Okay.
I
So
think that's only in combat.
as you're walking around, you're checking out the windows and you're inspecting not only the construction and the makeshift boards that people are putting up, that they're destroying pews and finding all the kind of nails, whatever they can, and they're doing a pretty good job. So it looks like the main windows are secure enough so that people, or not people, spiders of the sizes you've been encountering are not going to get in easily. And even the gun ports are still accessible. You go to the second floor and it's similar thing. They're doing a good job. And right now, like, you kind of scan out, look over the survey of the town. It's still pretty quiet. So even though your senses are heightened, your adrenaline's kicking in, and you're just like what's going on. You're not noticing anything coming at you currently. Right. So it seems like you have a moment to reconvene, to talk, to plan, to strategize, whatever that may mean.
Was anyone bitten by a spider?
Well, that's what caused all this.
Condition remover.
Oh, thank you.
It was bites, not.
Yeah, it was big angry bite, lots of poison.
Yeah.
You still poisoned?
No, it was just kind of a one and done thing, I think.
Before you bandage up, I want to inspect her wounds
Okay.
as
Can I
delicately as I can. Go ahead.
Stinky Pete's wants to assist, I think he said.
Yeah, I've got wilderness survival, so maybe that will help him somehow.
If I remember
Well, then
right,
you
it
do
was 3 piercing and 6 poison.
Yeah, it was no joke.
I'm specifically looking for eggs.
Okay. Fair enough. This is going to be an intelligence task. Just let me look real quick. Let me find the things. I think it's...
I have investigative skill of identifying that. So I have perception. Both of those are trained.
Okay. Yeah, so either one will get you a reduction on the task level. And with Stinky's help, that goes down further. So if you want to you can make your roll. I'm just trying to find the thing.
11.
That's enough. As you're looking at the wound, and it's still kind of like the bite marks. It's a pretty good puncture wound, and around the edges it's kind of greenish, still from the venom that's been injected, and but you're not seeing any eggs, particularly. Let me just double check on the the venom situation.
Saw eggs, I'd be like, take the arm!
Just cut
Take
it
it!
off!
Don't need that one!
It's not my shooting hand anyway.
Okay.
Shoot with my feet!
In that situation, you now have somebody that talks to you.
So,
Oh.
if you choose to keep this, the venom is still active. and unleash your irons, and you can either handle this through help, or you can make a might roll to try to resist it once again.
Now, I might have been missing here, folks, but I did find her. I found Sarsaparilla. She was running all around this place, What happened around here? What'd I miss?
Hold on, the cactus was running?
Sarsaparilla was, not the cactus. I mean, I thought we were beyond this.
Yeah, Sarsaparilla the cactus.
Interesting. I distinctly remember you falling
Cactano.
asleep in the carriage and refusing to get up.
Well, I did. I mean, well, you see, I got up and then I realized that Cactano wasn't around, so I had to go find her. Anyway, it looks like you're worse for wear. What happened to you?
Need a decision on this, though.
Yes.
I'm helping. I'm getting there.
Oh, okay.
I'm getting there.
Point at probably the still there large corpse of a spider.
Oh,
That
well,
could have bit me.
I reach in my suit coat and pull out my anti-venom flask, and I hand it to you.
Oh,
What?
snap!
Right there. Anti-venom flask, level 7. Immune to poison for 7 hours.
Well, ain't that about a bitch?
Okay.
Done.
So I guess we're
Yeah.
We take it.
That's
Okay.
good.
Wow.
Wow.
Fantastic.
you.
Well
I
done.
will
man.
take this away now.
That's why
Yeah.
we kept it in the carriage. We were making sure that stayed.
You
safe.
didn't keep me nowhere, or let me remind you, I was out there looking for Sassy. Ain't sleeping.
Fair enough.
A little bit.
Other things that if you wish to do, if you want to look around the premises for other useful objects or items, if you have an idea for something, that's fine. If it's common, we can talk about that. If looking for like material goods.
We're in a church. Is there a priest or a preacher?
No.
Is there a tabernacle of sorts?
He didn't make it.
Is there a pew? Or the pulpit, rather.
There is a pulpit, yeah, and it's pretty it's stately wood. You know, it's still there. It's one of the things that the people decided not to take down. They attacked all the pews and hacked up the other chairs and furniture, other stuff first, long board. But out of kind of a respect for the building and what happens there, they did keep the pulpit.
I'm going to look around the
Oh,
pulpit.
go ahead.
Okay. If you want to make an intelligence check for investigation, you can do that.
Tucker, you're a
I have
little
an
quiet.
investigator.
Ooh, this is probably the wrong song for this one.
laptop microphone.
Oh,
I do like that. I keep that around.
I am an investigator with trained, so I rolled a 12.
Okay. Yeah. So on the back side underneath the pulpit, you see several different Bibles, missalettes, different things to keep the church functioning. But tucked way in the back, you see there are two things. There is a vial of holy water.
I knew it.
Yeah. And there's a crucifix. You can take both. Well, that's up to you.
I don't think anyone's identified as being particularly religious amongst this group.
Well, I did have a hinkling for the golden ratio. Who's does it with that Elvis guy? I mean, that was kind of cool. The numbers and swirly patterns and stuff.
I'll take the holy water.
Okay.
Is that just equipment?
No, you recognize that it has like this kind of a power to it. You recognize that it's a cipher.
You can take both though, because you found both, bro.
And
And then just
Tucker,
blow it
what did you say about Stinky Pete? You said something.
It's weird though. I mean,
Yeah, my bad. I kind
was
of
raised
misread.
like an
Didn't
Easter
realize Chris wasn't down. But once everybody's kind of settled, Stinky wants to look for the basement, if there is one.
Oh, a basement.
okay, just give me a moment, man.
I guess I'll take the crucifix too, unless
Yeah,
anyone else wants it.
I would like to check out that tabernacle. I mean, we're understanding this is Christianity.
Do you want?
Oh, okay.
Do you
Well,
want the cross if you are a believer?
Well, I'll take it. I mean, a believer. I believe in the almighty coin, but I mean, yes, I'll take it.
You want the crucifix?
Sure, I'll take the crucifix.
And the crucifix is wooden. Oh, it's got a picture of the crucifix, right? But you also recognize this is also a cipher.
Okay.
So yours is Sheen. So like, let's see. It is a level 5, and so for 1 week, when you use this on your body, your body is coated with a protective veneer that resists damage. You get +1 to armor. And decreases the difficulty of might defense rolls by 2 steps.
Wow.
However, healing is more difficult during this time. All recovery rolls suffer a -1 penalty.
Oh.
Yeah,
Interesting.
that's nice.
Would you like to have the book?
My rolls are reduced by 2 steps.
Might defense rolls by 2 steps. And you, as you're looking and examining this, you know that it has this kind of power. It's very, very cold. It's cold to touch, and it can sort of commands the air around it. This is basically has a power for frigid wall, and it's level 7, and it creates a wall of super cold air up to 30 feet by 30 feet by 1 foot, and that inflicts damage equal to the surface level on anything that passes through it. The wall conforms to the space available. It lasts for 10 minutes.
Oh, cool.
I can also put stuff like that into the chat if that's helpful.
Can I take a picture of that? Yeah, put that in the chat if you would. Yeah.
Okay.
That was a wall of ice. You said that was like
Frigid
a
wall.
Frigid
Yeah,
wall.
it's not ice per se. It's just
What was,
chilly
the,
air.
what was the information on the harder healing?
-1 to
religious
recovery
Yeah,
roll.
all recovery rolls suffer -1 penalty.
So just the die roll pure up for the moment. But
Okay.
I'd like to.
Stinky Pete wanted to
Oh,
do something.
I'm sorry.
I just-
I thought he'd been taken care of.
No.
No.
I'm just always like trying to be hyper vigilant because he's calling in.
Yeah.
So like it's so easy.
Oh, I
to
was
get
too.
kinda, like-
I was waiting
I
for
know.
him to be done. I
Yeah.
thought.
No, he said he was gonna check out the basement, but nothing has happened with that yet.
Okay. So Stinky,
There is a basement.
there is a basement, and it's let's get to the tabernacle too. We'll get to that. We get lots of stuff.
No worries, man.
Okay.
Go ahead. You do you.
So you go back behind the altar, and there's like the priest quarters, and usually where they dress and the robes and all that kind of stuff. And there is a thin door that leads down this kind of small spiral wooden staircase, and you go down to the dirt floor basement, and you're looking, and it's dark. Do you have any source of light?
No, not on my person, but I think, if he noticed it was dark, he would try and grab, like, a lantern or whatever
There
was on
might
the
be
wall.
candles
Yeah.
in the church.
Yeah, there's still stuff laying around. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So let's say you have a candle, and you're one of the votives or whatever it is. You have a candle, and the whole length of the church, you see these large, like almost like 6x6 beams that are used to support the entirety of the structure. And it's very well crafted, very well made. But also along in the cellar here, you see remnants of old furniture. There are old coffins. There are old things that refuse and stuff that's not used anymore, curtains and other things. Are you looking for something in particular?
Yes. So I'm gonna start creeping around.
Okay.
And I'm going to, before I step in large patches of, roughshod basement, I assume, I'm gonna kind of poke with my pick to make sure that there's not, a trap door or, some sort of tunnel for these spiders to get in.
Okay, whereabouts are you looking?
So, mostly on the floor and the walls.
Okay.
Because I assume, it's beams, and then, roughshod, earthen basement, right?
It's more stone around the foundation with wooden support structures, but
Okay.
it's still the floor is dirt.
Okay, yeah. So if the floor specifically is dirt, I'm going to be very careful, kind of
Okay.
prod around to make sure, nothing's
Okay.
coming through the floor on us.
Cool. Make an not investigation check. Make an intelligence roll for me.
This is something Sticky doesn't get advantage on, boys. 12.
You do not say.
What'd you get?
12.
12. Okay. So you're poking around. Let's do this. Here's a level 3 intrusion.
Oh, shit.
Ooh.
So now we I'm gonna test this out. This is why I'm doing this. So now we have the negotiation of the bartering section. So it's up to you how well you want to handle this. I mean, you can knock off 1 level of severity, you can knock off 2, or you can keep all 3.
So,
Do we know the situation before we barter further?
Do you want to?
Well,
Yeah.
So just because this is Josh's first experience of seeing these tokens go up here, in multiples.
Yeah.
How severe is 3 chips of severity, right?
Is that the
Like,
top dog?
No.
Okay, so
Like,
can you
how
give us
high does it go?
Actually,
Like, yeah,
can
like-
you give us an example
Okay.
of a level 3 severity that is not this?
And also tell me what is the top dog. So is it 5?
I haven't decided a top
Okay,
level.
all right.
There
yet.
may not be.
So number 3,
Something
tell
we
us
may
what's
just
a
get-
good example that may
Okay.
not be.
yeah, just give us an idea.
So
how
a
bad
good
this is.
example of this is where something goes, wrong. So if imagine if you are Indiana Jones and you're walking across the bridge, you know that bridge is going to collapse. Level 3 would be that collapse.
Okay.
Okay, not something Indiana Jones can't get out of.
Not something you
But
can't handle.
life-threating if failed.
But if you fail, you
Well,
fall
not
into the
necessarily
cavern.
death.
Certainly dangerous, but not insurmountable.
I suggest we keep it, but that's just me.
I suggest we keep
Let's
it.
do it.
At 3
Let's
chips,
do
I'm
it.
pretty down.
Let's do it. Let's fall in
And I mean, it
Certain
is
death?
just Stinky
Yeah.
Pete.
Small
Let's
chance
do
of
it.
success.
Okay.
Waiting for.
Okay, cool. Ready? We're gonna add it to file.
Yeah, all right.
So
We did
yeah.
it. We're doing it.
Okay, so Stinky, as you're poking out with your axe, tapping, your pickaxe hits one spot, and the whole floor, the dirt floor, crumbles beneath you, and you fall 10 feet down. You take 1 point of might damage,
Okay.
and you realize that you are in the middle of 3 separate tunnels that are been carved out, that are conjoined right where you are underneath the church.
Carved out by spiders?
So, they got webs in them, don't they?
Oh God!
They sure do.
Oh no!
They sure do.
Question:
Not like-
Yeah.
Do we hear anything?
Make
must.
an intelligence roll.
Because I was
Should we all be
listening
making-
for. I'm like looking around. I'm inspecting everything.
If we
I'm trying-
hear the crumbling of it, I mean, it's
That is a
10-foot
15.
drop.
I will say, okay.
Oh, I didn't
Other
hear
folks who want to hear stuff.
Yeah.
I rolled
it's
a
gonna be
5.
different.
I'm enamored by the tabernacle. I'll play
Okay.
cool with that.
I'm gonna see if I hear a goofy-esque Yahoo hooey.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use my perception.
Yep.
14?
Okay. What was that?
8.
Okay. So you notice, you hear something kind of underneath, like a crumbling of dirt, and even from where you are looking around, you hear it as well. So the only it's suspicious. It's kind of like a low bassy thud. Nothing. Like, I don't think.
You know
Stinky
Pete's
called out,
down there.
We are aware that Pete went into the basement.
I
think-
just automatically assume it's Pete.
I think we just kind of look at each other and look down, back and forth to the. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was gonna say, we'll just start heading down stairs just to make sure we'll see what this is.
Okay. Cool. So as you both of you gonna head downstairs.
Yeah.
Okay, so you both follow the sounds, and as you walk by, what's your character?
Teddy.
Teddy.
You're good.
Walk by Teddy, looking through the tabernacle.
Yeah. Oh, look at this. Normally, gents, there'd be food in here. Little wafer bites, roughly in the shape of a circle, but I one time knew Father Cunningham. He used to like to sock away some of his whiskey. Anyway, if you'll just don't mind me for a
Are you
second.
making a Herkimer Church reference? Because there's a Father Cunningham.
But I know, because he was a really cool guy. No reference to any actual living member of the world. Sorry.
Borrowing in the name, not
Alright.
the likeness.
It's, yeah.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. So you open the tabernacle, and you get the smell of I guess, latent incense. Like the incense has been captured in there. You smell it.
Frankincense
Yeah.
and myrrh.
Totally. You see that there's a gold chalice in there, and the gold ciborium that holds the wafers. And you would look inside, there's still some wafers in there, but there's no wine. Those are the 2 things in there.
I'm gonna take that cup
Okay.
because I want to drink out of a chalice.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're stealing from churches. Here we go.
I'm not stealing. I'm just appropriating from a church that has been clearly overridden by ghastly spiders.
Okay. Fair enough.
Whatever helps you sleep at night.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Okay, so before these two, Alicia or Maria, you want to do anything?
I think probably one of the reasons I didn't hear the things going on is I think I'd be does this have like a little kitchen kind of area? Like some churches have
Not in this
like,
church. It's
not in this church,
No,
it's not like that. So
Usually there's a separate building where that would be.
right. So it's not connected. It's not
Right.
like a joint building. Okay.
I am going with them as they walk by me, though, after I steal that chalice and walk with them.
Okay. You good?
Because I see them,
Yeah.
2 with guns going. I'm like, oh,
Okay.
yeah.
I don't really know what Maria would be doing. I guess she'd be looking for things that we could use.
Okay.
Are there like any chests or cupboards or things that she can like just look through to see what kind of stuff there is at our disposal?
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of like cupboards around here in this section of like the main church section. But then you see some chests here and there. There's some leftover money that parishioners donated. There's basic stuff like candles. There is extra garments. There's fabrics. There's tablecloths. There's linens. There's that kind of stuff for the general operation of a Catholic church, essentially. So if you're looking for any of that kind of stuff, feel free to take it.
I'm gonna take some fabric and some candles.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like I can turn that into something that'll light some stuff on fire.
Curtains.
Yeah.
I did that once.
Oh no! Accidentally or on
No,
purpose?
wasn't it in this game?
Yeah, we tossed a Molotov at the ghost.
Oh!
Dude.
Yeah.
Ghost horseman.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you want, I'll leave it up to you how much you want to
didn't
specify in terms of candles or
Okay,
that
yeah.
kind of stuff.
Call
but-
Cthulhu.
All right.
Okay. Alicia, do you want to do anything or talk to
You've
anybody?
done that a few times then.
Yeah, it's a good technique. Set things on fire and throw
Molotovs
them
are
at people.
effective.
Yeah.
Do you want to do anything or talk to anybody?
I want to go up to the second level
Okay.
and start cutting down some of the other lines.
Okay. Fair enough. So, and this is going to take you a little bit. I'm not going to get a roll for this, but you start to saw them away, and you can. And every time you snap one, it sounds like a tendon
Like a
breaking.
freaking cable.
Yeah, it's got this
You hear
weird
that
snap and pop and yeah, totally. And it descends back into the middle of the street.
Sounds like a Star Wars laser gun shooting. 'Cause that's what they got.
Oh yeah, they suspended a slinky. And pew! You know, it's a cool thing. Cool. So, as you three, you going down to the basement, you see this kind of, this like an 8-foot hole, well, 4-foot diameter, 8 foot, no, 4-foot radius. Thank you. Yeah. And it collapsed, and
No sign of Pete.
no sign of Pete.
I can guess where he got to.
Do we had lanterns and things like that in our supplies?
Yeah.
Do we have any of that with us?
No.
No?
Get it.
I have a
away.
lighter.
Got a lighter.
Do we see a light down in the tunnel?
No.
Presume my candle went off.
It went off.
Let's see what we've got here. I'm pretty resourceful. Yeah, go ahead.
If this is dangerous, perhaps we should be quiet and not provoke a response from him if he's down there and alive still.
So no shouting, no loud and clear. Is there a stick around in this? You said like the floor collapsed. Is there like a piece of wood?
There's extra wood laying around. It's old.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Yeah.
I take that and then I like a Q-tip, right? I wob up some web around it, and then we light it and make a torch out of that.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. I'll look around once this place is lit up. Look for like a rope or anything down here.
Okay.
No, I got a rope. I got climbing gear. I can get us right down there.
Boom.
Okay.
It's on, yeah.
Okay. Stinky, I need you to make an intelligence roll for me.
And I'm good at climbing.
I can't do those,
Well, at least you have
I
advantage.
do.
He doesn't.
2?
He doesn't have
I
advantage?
do.
Non-intelligent.
No.
Intelligence.
Because I am a fool.
Well, that's
Okay.
right.
Oh boy. Sorry, Stinky. Sorry, not sorry. But as you're looking around one of the tunnels, and you're looking down two, you're trying to keep your wits about. You're trying to through, but you realize because it's like this trio thing. You can't look at one tunnel all the time. So you feel in the back of your neck.
Uh-oh.
These two fangs just sink in, and you feel 8 arms just kind of grapple around you as it jumps onto your back.
Spider.
So you are taking 3 might damage. I need you to make a might roll right now.
Okay.
Okay,
That
this is
one
the wrong
I
answer.
do have advantage for, so 1 second.
That was sad music, like we're at Pete's funeral.
Yeah, yeah, not exactly the right.
Well, I think we have a perfect example of what the 3 poker chips does. It F's Pete.
Is that clear enough?
No, it is.
Yeah.
It is.
What'd you get, Stinky?
19.
19. Yeah. So as you feel the venom sink in, you shrug it off. So you just take 3 might damage and not extra speed damage. Okay.
Okay.
And as you shout out in pain, I presume.
Oh, he's still alive.
No, that wasn't Pete.
Now,
It's one of them screaming goats.
How many days has it been since we left town?
Enough for you to transform.
Oh.
We,
We'll just leave
do we
him
want
down
to roll for
there.
that?
Just leave it down there.
He'll collapse his
Well,
From
you have to
hurting
do
us.
every 5
Dead
days?
spiders everywhere.
At least.
Well,
Fantastic.
basically like 5 or 6 days, yeah, because I changed 5 times a month.
Okay. So it's been about 5 days, roughly.
So yeah,
Maybe
like
4.
basically like I don't control it. So like I can't be like, aha, I transform. So do we want to roll for it? Like odds even sort of deal?
That's what we talked about. Is some sort of thing like where you'd roll to
Yeah.
see if you'd turn that day or what have you.
And
With
it
decreasing
progressively
dice.
gets more difficult
Yeah.
to...
Yeah.
I also like the fact that if it's spontaneous, you being jumped and like hugged from the back could just automatically wolf mode you. you know?
Yeah.
Well, this is an 8-harmed hug of death,
I know.
and
So
presumably
it's pretty great. You
fine
can,
dining.
Danger cuddles.
Danger
A
cuddles indeed.
19. What does that get me?
is that critical?
Well, yeah, it's a minor positive effect. I forget. Was it high or low we were looking for? I don't
I
remember.
don't know what.
Don't know.
Or was he gonna roll on a
Wait.
d20 even? What?
Well, I was rolling a d20. Let me call it out this time. So odds, I'll be odd and change. Evens, I don't.
Okay, so 50-50
Okay, so
chance.
50-50.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep, it bounced
Okay.
out. Hang on a minute. 5. I changed.
Oh, sweet. So describe this.
Cool.
Okay, so like it goes like, "Eh!" And then just like as like it kind of wanes off for a second because like it's kind of choking me. You just hear like, and like I just get bigger, and like maybe like the spider falls off because I got so big so quick.
Sure. You hear it fall to the ground, it flips over real quick and it skitters and it looks at you. And as you turn around, you're like, good, and like your whole massive form just kind of turns around. And you see your own fangs reflected in the multifaceted eyes of the spider.
And that's when the spider knew. She
think-
fucked up.
I think like Teddy's probably getting his rope out and he's getting ready to put that, and I'm just like,
So what you see is Teddy's holding his golden goblet because he's not letting it out of his hand, and he's got his rope and he's starting to wheedle it down, and then you're slowly, and I'm like,
no.
we're pulling the rope back up.
We're all helping you pull it up.
Okay, just for speed's sake, how about Stinky? Why don't you just attack?
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to try and basically just uppercut it with my right hand paw thing. An 11.
That's a hit.
I can see it in my head, like the situation where all three like.
Okay. Check east more.
This is your first time seeing him actually
Yeah.
wolf mode. That's right.
It's the first session, right?
I'm sure we've been talking about it as we've been.
Oh yeah,
traveling.
totally. We all know about it.
Well, actually
And the
seeing
local
it's
legend
gonna
of,
be-
maybe like you hear murmurs. I'm also filthy rich, so I heard about the story. Maybe not like seen it.
strange.
I'm wondering
wolves.
how long did it take him to turn back last time? He was done in.
We needed
Checks.
we
Had to
needed
make
Doc
checks and
Danger
Doc
to
was there.
So we don't know.
Oh, Doc Danger, yeah, Doc Danger.
Yeah.
Doc's his.
I've got an idea.
Doc's his handler.
Well,
Australian.
leave him down there.
Leave him down
Got an
there.
idea for him.
He'll eventually
Sorry,
tire
Pete.
himself out.
Yeah.
Maybe we should go back upstairs and secure the door.
You.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
You're just gonna ditch
As
him in
we,
a hole.
but as we're walking back up, I say,
Wow.
"Now wait a second. I do have a two-use peyote kind of situation. Remember, I went cactus farming out and I got peyote, so I was able to get it'll just make him hallucinate.
I don't think
What, a
that will help.
hallucinating wolf?
It might make him hallucinate back out of it.
Here's what we're just kind of having this conversation over the top of the hole.
So just so everyone knows about his Hell of the Moon, his beast form lasts for 1 hour.
Yeah.
Unless he makes a successful intelligence task roll, which is a difficulty 2 task.
Okay, don't do those, Pete.
In addition, any and every living creature within short range, you attack them all.
The intelligence roll did snap out of it earlier, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want him to do that.
Not yet.
Yeah, so I'm suggesting, This is for everybody's benefit.
Yeah, science and research, right?
No, more of like let him take care of the spiders.
Yeah.
Just let it rampage through the tunnels.
We'll keep somebody on a watch on top. If he comes out anywhere, we don't want him attacking us still.
Oh, from the outside, yeah.
We don't know where he is or where these tunnels go.
Did it appear he could jump out of these tunnels?
Who?
He might.
Werewolf Pete?
He probably could in form.
Yeah. I'll stay here, or one of us
I
should
will
stay
stay
here.
here.
You stay
I am
here.
the most physically capable of
If he comes,
dying slower.
if he starts coming up the tunnel, you come up the stairs.
Yes.
We'll lock him into the basement.
And if I am screaming, you will open the door.
Well...
We're going to leave the door open, and you better make some noise if he starts coming up.
Close the door. We can't have him getting amongst the townspeople.
We sure?
I'd rather die than let him around the townspeople.
All right.
All right,
do it.
Stinky, what'd you get? What's your damage?
I can't find the beast form damage, so I'm just gonna say 4 because I'm a medium critter still. You know?
Yeah, I think that's probably fair. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, how do you hit it?
So yeah, like I turned around, like I assume it kind of bit me like over my left, so I turned to my left and it's just like this, like from the hip, just like basically just slap it underneath one side of the jaw and try to like splat it against the wall.
Okay, yeah, it gets, slaps down, it kind of crumbles down, it limps up, it looks bad. Just make another attack, let's just be done with it.
Okay, so now that it's kind of low, I'm just gonna like curb stomp it essentially.
Okay, awesome.
17.
Oh yeah, and then yeah. So that's it. So we'll describe it.
So like it's kind of much lower than my hip at this point, so it's just up, stomp,
Gets up.
and like I just immediately start ripping off legs and eating.
Okay.
Gross.
Okay, you consume. Good for you. Okay, good. So we're out of. You dispatched said spider. You're looking around. Okay, what next?
Oh, but Teddy and I are
You
heading
got a dog in
upstairs.
a hole,
Yeah.
guys.
We're closing the door behind us.
I kind of peer over the hole, just to see if I can see anything.
You can see his form kind of lumbering, stomping around, and you see the viscera of the spider being splashed. You see some legs being thrown across the, hitting the wall.
Just various loud crunching noises. Just
Yeah.
like body parts just.
I'm gonna head over to Maria and
It's just me.
let you know about what's going on downstairs.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna head over to Alicia and let her know what's going on downstairs. So we're all on the same page.
I'm gonna comfort.
Private.
Did you leave the torch with me?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Did you want me to?
Yeah.
Well, done. Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine you said.
Just don't like flash it around in front of the hole.
I know.
Who's under?
So, what's the plan then?
Leave them with the spiders.
I'm gonna hide and see what the werewolf does.
Okay.
Is
Yeah.
that
You fade into the shadows. Yeah. Other folks? We should do anything else right now?
I do want to look around at these spiders and see if there's anything I can collect off of them for potential bullet material.
bullet material?
Make more
do you-
magic bullets.
You can collect some of the venom, but you have to have something to put it in.
Well, jealous of
I've got. I'll
do have
I'll punch some bullet casings. And
That's
Okay.
cool.
Okay,
yeah.
cool. Yeah. So you're collecting a little venom in the bullet casing. Cool. It's make a. What do I want to say? All right, let's make an intelligence check or intelligence roll to collect this. Do you have anything that would be or it's kind of like a fine motor skill thing?
I have magic training. I'm trying to get magic stuff. I know the
You
basics
also
of magic.
you work with tiny little
And I work
gears
with
and
machines.
stuff, right? Do you
Yeah,
have
okay.
a what are your
I have
skills
understanding
based?
and identifying machines, repairing or crafting machines.
Okay.
You can seal the cases with candle wax.
Sure. That's cool. Now, what skill? What's ability is that associated with? Is your machinery thing? Is it a
Might, speed, or intellect.
is it a speed skill? Is it a-
Intellect, probably.
It does. I don't think they have anything like that.
His
My skills are just.
paper doesn't have the same thing. See how my skills are
okay.
intellect based?
Yeah. She's got intellect.
I imagine those would be intellect based.
Those are all definitely intellect based. It's magic and
possibly
machines.
Well, your
speech.
sheet's different.
Okay, let's just make
wanna
an
go for
intellect roll
dexterity.
then. That's fine.
But unless I spend stuff on it, it doesn't matter.
Well,
It's an intellectual
it
roll.
might affect the difficulty.
The skill is going to give you an asset because you can. This is applicable.
So weird. Okay.
We're still learning this system.
17.
Nice.
Okay, yeah. So let's see. You perform really well at this, and you're used to working with small machinery and small spaces, and you're like, okay, good. You're collecting all that stuff, and you cap off maybe with wax or something else. Let's say you have some venom-filled bullets, spider venom bullets. What's a reasonable number? I don't know.
Well, I don't want to. Oh, well, I don't want to shoot the venom bullets.
Okay.
I'm trying to gather material
That's
to
right.
build magic bullets.
Okay. Cool.
So there's various
Because like we talked
for
about how I
ciphers.
get ciphers, I'm trying to. So when you say you've got enough for a cipher, I can have a cipher.
Oh, what if you?
that's
what if you get like? Well, these are the wolf spiders. Or
Well,
do they have silk?
Yes.
Yeah.
You could gather like silk. You could like come up.
Well,
with
that's supposed to be
like
magic already. I already know that the silk is full of magic.
A cord. Like, you
Yeah.
can shoot a
Yeah.
grappling or something. Grappling hook or rope. Spider-Man.
Hey.
So flip it, be bang.
I'll just put spider stuff down on the cipher
Sure.
material list.
Sure.
Okay. Stuff.
So Stinky, as you're looking around, what do you want to do? You're still in wolf form?
Yeah. Because basically it's just all about the food right now. I would like to make. Oh shit! How would I do this? I want to make a roll that would I want to track more spiders.
Or food
At this point, I think that's the only food around. I haven't seen anything else. So
Can he see in the dark as a werewolf?
I don't think so. But he has
Scent,
probably better
probably.
smell and better hearing. And
yeah, so I figure maybe smelling them.
right. So I don't think you're actually allowed to make an intelligence roll for anything other than changing back.
Oh.
Right.
So, but because if your hunger is kicked in, we'll say that you look down the tunnel where the spider attacked you from, and you just head down that way.
Cool. Okay,
Yeah.
so which direction is that?
It's roughly heading southwest. So the church is at the far end of town. You're going diagonally, kind of backwards across and under the main road.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just doing that. I don't have the capacity to tell anybody, so sorry everybody.
So he takes off,
I'm listening.
and yeah.
So you hear the footsteps going
Yeah,
off
you
in
hear the
distance,
footsteps
I guess.
lumbering away.
Do I see his tracks?
Yeah.
If I go up to the worm, I'll get further away. I'll write on the dirt floor an arrow which tunnel he took, and I'm going to jump down.
That was not the plan.
It was not the plan, but what do people do in action movies?
Okay.
Generally not the plan.
I'm gonna follow the big scary creature alone.
Okay.
Wolf die down there. We've split the party.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
let's
in
not
this
worry
case, the
about
party
meta.
eats the
Let's
party.
just do it.
Okay.
Yeah, let's just live this. Let's go.
Right. So we'll get back to what's happening with you two a little bit. Other folks, topside. So Mayor Altu is looking around. He comes over to the four of you, and he's like, "Thank you, for coming in at the right moment and defending us, and for giving me my spine back. I knew I was having a moment there where I was terrified, and I couldn't really lead like I have in the past. It's one of those things.
This is a situation unlike anything we've ever come across before. It's perfectly understandable, and I'm personally quite impressed with your resurgence of bravado.
Well, thank you, ma'am. It is you are very kind in saying so. I guess I'll have to come to terms with my frailties in my own time.
Well, considering those things, I wonder any of you live at all.
Yeah. Anyway, I've been speaking with my townsfolk, and there are other people left alive in town. They are either some have holed up in their homes. Some people insist that their families are still alive. I don't know what's true or what's not anymore. And I don't know if it's the wisest idea for us to stay here without provisions, without water, without food.
Yeah, I was going to suggest you might want to head off to Hellwood.
Oh,
That's where we came from.
is Hellwood safe?
No, but it's better than
It's not
spider
overrun with
infested.
spiders.
Okay.
The sheriff there's quite a good shot.
Oh, well, yes. That's good. It's just, getting out is going to be an issue, understandably. So.
Many won't want to leave their families, if their families might still be alive.
Well, there's some things in progress that might be taking care of a lot of the spiders.
By some things, do you mean Stinky Feet?
Yes.
Okay.
But I'm not saying that out loud.
Yeah, right.
And kind of like there's a look that kind of goes back and forth between all of us, like.
We're just like,
So for right now, I would like to just let everybody rest, and very shortly, perhaps we can make some excursions to go and see if there are any other survivors.
I'd say about an hour.
Perhaps.
You know what would be quite helpful, actually? Since there's I'm assuming many of the people here come from all over town. It would be lovely for everybody to kind of talk about what they've seen and see if we can figure out some maybe hot spots or likely places where there could be trouble or people and things like that.
Are spiders all you've dealt with?
Thus far, yeah.
Now, did the spiders, this might sound strange, but quite strange things were happening in Hellwood. Were the spiders people before they were spiders?
Were they people?
Yes.
Yes, that's
Yeah,
it.
that's
That's it.
right.
We all of us at the same time go, yeah.
It
Doesn't know my
sounds
God.
strange, but
People.
considering the things we've seen,
Good Christ, I hope not. That has not been my experience, and I've not heard that from any of my constituents. No people transforming into spiders, just spiders getting bigger and taking over.
Okay.
All right,
great.
all right.
As far as I
Fantastic.
know.
Not fantastic, dear. Wrong word. I know you don't say many words, but fantastic is not what the situation is.
About killing people.
True. Yes, not killing people is good.
Well, I didn't say they weren't killing people.
No, but we wouldn't be if we killed the spiders. See, right. So yeah,
Spider.
Maria just kind of wants to see if she can get everyone kind of organized and get a lay of the land, so to speak, about like where the biggest issues are, like if people saw spiders like in webs where they probably still are,
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff,
If there was,
places
like,
where
a
people
And
might need saving.
big-
Most likely,
where a lot of them
the highest
congregate.
probabilities of saving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so is this like a persuasion thing? You want to try to like negotiate, or you want to try to just extract information from people?
Yeah. I just want to organize, do what I do and bring the
Okay.
people together to share information and enhance our ability to kind of get an idea of the situation.
Good. Do you have any skills that might help you with this?
I can lie a lot. I'm good at social deception, mental resistance, identifying danger, the quality of things, and function.
Yeah, I think either you have something that'll help. Either whether it's social deception, you want to feel to lie, or you can identify danger based upon stories. So whatever. I think.
My form of lying is mostly just like, flattery. It's just encouraging people to. I rolled a 9.
A 9. Okay, that'll be enough.
Oh, good.
Yes. So, as you go throughout the people in here, you're talking to several groups. There's a whole breadth of ages here. So there's kids, but there's also a lot of some parents, some older folks, all this kind of stuff. And you're talking to everybody, and you're getting a sense that where's my map? That a lot of it started near the southwest portion of town.
Okay.
So
Sort of the hot seat of the...
yeah, I didn't label things. So this kind of section down here.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
And where's
So,
the church in
The
comparison?
church is up here.
Okay, the church is up there. Okay, all
Yeah.
right.
And so in this major thoroughfare, you see bodies just strung up all across the middle. But
Right.
most of them were kind of in this quadrant down here.
All right, okay.
Right. So the other major quadrant would be this one.
Okay.
And there's less webs over here, but on the just directly to the west. But so those two sections are the principal ones that people are identifying, and the stories you're getting from those two places are grisly. They're terrifying.
Okay.
People saw spiders just pull out their family members and string them up, and then string them up in the center of town. The ones in the west, the stories revolve more around people able to create fire to skitter them away, shutting doors, locking themselves in rooms, locking themselves in basements, what that stuff. So
Okay.
it seems like the survivors are toward the west, and the danger is to the south and southwest.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. Our wolf knows where they're going. Oh boy, yum yum yum.
Yeah.
So to catch you up, Chris, we've got.
I was listening.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh, good. That works. Okay. So do I get this sense that our group wouldn't really be able to fare well at all? Like, it would be very perilous to go to the south at all. Like, would I be more inclined to just be like, maybe we should just burn it down? Like, are we like at burn it town
Oh,
time?
yeah,
or do I
where
feel
are the
like there's a
survivors
chance?
is the other question.
Well, it sounded like they were coming from across the way, as
Yes.
opposed to down.
Yes, most survivors seem like they're from the west side, dangers to the south and southwest.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
based on these
burn it down.
stories, it sounds like it is dangerous, but given how you have performed as a unit, that could be your decision.
Okay, so
Right.
it's not like a flat out that is death if we head there. That's at least my impression. It might be. It could be total death, but my impression is
Yeah.
that there's.
Yeah, I mean, you only rolled a 9, so
Yeah, this is true.
So you're coming back to us with this?
Well, yeah, I mean, like, this is a public sort of
Oh, no, but
situation to some
afterwards.
extent. Yeah. Yeah, I'd be coming back to you, being like, well,
To all of us. There's nothing.
seems like perhaps we could orchestrate some rescue parties amongst the more able-bodied here to help get people rescued from the west. Especially since now we're pretty certain that fire seems to be a good safety measure. And then perhaps we should gear up and go. Back up Stinky Pete in his endeavors. Perhaps.
Don't think it would be necessary. We should get whoever's left alive here out and get them out of this town. Whether we end up burning the whole place to the ground or just leaving it be.
Well, yes, but just because there's a chance that there are still people alive in those cocoon things. And we need to check, don't you think? Why don't we just burn it? I mean, we
Right.
could.
So while I normally
moving.
appreciate my gunslinging token friend for his quietness, couldn't think of a better word. I do have to agree that I believe that maybe calling the alarm to evacuate is probably in our best interest. And I only say this, lady wife to the man who makes guns, because Maria, thank you. Because if we send any more able bodies down there, then we probably would just have to rescue them as well. More bodies headed to the more of the rescuing business. So, well, I don't.
just doing a little.
However, we probably could take one or two able-bodied people to help us. I don't think that's a problem.
Well, since we know how these critters react to things touching their webs, we could always use that to maybe lure them to another part of the town while we search
So it
another.
would be a speed. Well, I mean, we also might have some bait happening right now in Stinky Pete.
Just because he's, changed doesn't mean he's not vulnerable. He may end up getting quite severely injured or perhaps die. I do think that's quite irresponsible of us to just let him run off.
We did not
He might hurt
let
people,
him
too.
run off. He fell down a hole in the basement, all by himself.
Right. I mean, he's a grown man. We let him do what he
an
needs
old
to.
man.
Old, stinky.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't.
We didn't want to touch him, to be honest. He stinks.
Wet dog.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we should see what Sid says.
Yes, we should inform Sid of the
Is that him?
that's
Yeah.
him, yeah.
Yeah, I'll go talk to him. I don't. I'm just gonna open the door and be like, close the door.
He's not there, he's
the
obviously.
torch is gone.
Yeah,
there's,
You see the inscriptions in the dirt floor.
Little
through,
arrow.
like, whatever light is there. You close the door,
Yep.
and let's take a break.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Quick break. Cool.
Where's the danger? Right where Stinky's going.
I saw it. I can see this whole episode in my head, right? And I typically try to do this when we're playing, but I absolutely see these little moments where he opens the door and he just stops, and you take one extra second too long to really
Like, really look
here.
around.
Shut the door because you're like, if I don't remember to shut this door right now, then Stinky Pete's coming through it if I don't. So it's almost just like, I don't know where he went.
Okay. Go into it.
If you need to attack him,
Make it like an asset?
yeah, it'll give you an asset. Absolutely. That, or you can extra damage. I mean, I'm okay with either way.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, because it would be like that's one of those werewolf weaknesses, and if it hits him, like pop, it's just So, we can decide. I mean, you don't even have to decide now, but think about that. What would you rather have? Easier
And I
damage
mean-
or more damage?
Like, Avis, no hard feelings, man. If you've got to take me out to stay alive, like, so be it. Like, this isn't something I can control as a character. So, like,
I'm just
do
interested in good
what
stories
you
at
have
this
to
point.
preserve
I don't
your
have
character.
feelings.
100% the same for myself. If he needs to be eaten, Teddy is gone. That's it.
Well, that's one thing about Cypher system. Like, you're all a little more squishy than I'm used to with the D&D, and I'm like,
Hey,
okay.
Not necessarily though. Like,
Well, we almost lost Alicia.
how low were you?
You have 4 hit point thingies left on total.
I think in total I was down to 9 between speed and might, but I do have my full 11 intelligence.
Yeah. So
okay.
so you were nowhere near being dead.
Yeah, quite
Once I'm down to that point, I might as well be if anything swings at me.
But yeah, that's just
The impairments are crazy.
yeah.
Sure,
yeah.
but it's the equivalent of making some death saving throws in D&D.
a bit. I suppose.
Except being
actually-
able to move around with them.
And you've got more. I mean, I think we're usually harder to kill than it seems at this point.
Well, if you think about tier 1 characters to like D&D characters, like low level ones, tier 1s, I mean, it feels like you're approximately like level 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of how it feels to me. Like, you're able to handle some serious things, that kind of stuff. You have adequate resources, you have abilities, you have stuff like that. So then that's kind of how I imagine it. And
Right.
It might feel like that from your point of view. For me, I feel like I have no options compared to like a level 5.
Always a wizard.
Boom.
You know what I mean?
Right, I'm used to playing wizard or warlock.
You know what
and
I'm used to? Paladin right now.
three
You're a
things, and it's like, okay, well, if I'm not doing combat, I can do scan or use my magic training. Maybe, I don't know.
Well,
Yeah. No,
Right,
that's just how
probably
you
not
build
though,
your
because it's
character,
probably not magic. Okay,
Yeah.
and then it's shatter or push. Oh, I haven't had a chance to really use. I've used those each once, and then
I
got
can
bullets.
talk.
I know. That's what I'm saying. It's like it feels like I've gotten.
think of it this way. As a barbarian, I have way more written on my sheet. My options are actually fewer. Everything else is just passive abilities.
no, yeah.
But it's pretty much, I rage, I swing.
Yeah.
Right.
That's entire. It's
I
not
am-
about level.
I'm
it's
not used to that, so I don't feel like there's a
When I
wizard
started
option in
playing
this.
My guy
Yeah.
in Cyberpunk,
Despite being,
Yeah.
who's basically
Yeah.
a rogue.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, oh wow, I don't have any magic. This is really weird. I was like, very few things I can do compared to like, my bard or my cleric. And
Yeah.
So I guess I got kind of used to it, just being okay. I'm just a guy that can fight. All right. Let's do it.
Yeah.
It's nice because like you're not limited to like what your spells and like abilities say you can do. It's a little bit more agency in the sense like use your imagination. Like how the fuck are you going to handle the situation, right?
I do think a system like this would take, though, a bit of a more experienced player
Yeah, well, yeah, I think.
to vibe on, because I think if this were to be your first tabletop experience, I mean, we have a lot of questions, but it is something that but we also have questions on nuancy things too, right? So I feel like new players coming in at this, if they had somebody like you, Matt, helming the ship and really patient with the players, I think it'd be manageable, but I don't think that I would recommend Cypher for a first go for people.
That's okay. That's cool.
I do, though, think that because our group has played before together, this is a more improv table, like game system, where I can just be like, oh, wait a minute, I was sleeping and you're like, we need to resolve this. I'm doing that. And then I gave him the thing and it was just over, you know, it was cool.
Yeah.
And you didn't have to like...
I think we're more equivalent to level 3.
That's probably
I think we've
close.
just gotten like our first little tasty bits of stuff,
That's
right?
fair.
Because we're not just bonk with stick in all of our
But we have
classes, right?
exact-
Like
Yeah,
a
that's
cantrip
true.
and a spell, right?
We got our subclass.
We've got our subclass.
Bonk with stick is my favorite phase, though, because you're just running around and like panicking at the smallest of things. Like, no, please get away!
It is nice having.
Let's get back to it.
It's nice having bonk with stick, for sure.
Okay. But it's I look at the monsters. I'm like, why are there like level 1 monsters? It was nothing. You know, like even against tier 1 characters, like, this is stupid. Anyway. But
Because that's what Saya.
I know it is.
For
It is.
flavor.
Okay. Good. So we're all back. This is good. We got some more time to hammer through some of this stuff. Thank you all again for playing and for this collaborative storytelling thing, which is awesome.
Great to be here.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
I love seeing everyone all dressed up. We got a comment. Xenarx also was like, "Oh, everyone's all dressed up." So,
Yeah. Cool.
Not everyone.
Yeah.
Tucker, you gotta get a plaid shirt, Tucker and Rid.
Yeah.
Werewolf costume.
I'll take out my Union deck and I will find my brother's climbing pick.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
So good. So just reminders for everybody out there in cyberspace that Wednesday we have Hunters coming up, which is awesome. Bounty hunters in space, which is kind of wild. And I know Mr. is very excited about his next module. That's cool. And then hopefully it's Sunday again, maybe Aetherflux, where that wraps up.
Possibly total team party wipe, or we win.
What, she got 4,000 HP?
Yeah.
There's some more to come for that
There's
fight.
an epilogue.
And there's
okay.
more. Yeah, there's not just an epilogue, but there's also like some after story to wrap up some loose ends. There's Zook's gotten himself into trouble.
What? What did you say?
Zook's gotten himself in trouble.
With the whole Mr.
He needs
thing.
your help. And you've been
And you've been
tasked.
the Mistra thing.
Okay. Oh, there you go. Anyway, okay. So yeah, let's get back to it, shall we?
Gonna get to it.
Cue the music. There's the music. Tucker, is music okay on your end? I just forgot to ask earlier.
No, that's good. Yeah.
Okay. So, as you are all doing your things in the first floor of the church, observing Mayor Altu walk around, still talking to people, try to pump people up, and console people who need consoling. Maria's talking to people, getting lots of information. You're all like, sometimes people are scanning the windows, looking out the gun holes, looking for more spiders, all this kind of stuff. And Sid and Stinky have disappeared down some subterranean tunnels full of spider and cobwebs. So, I'm curious, who wants to start first?
Take those two.
Okay.
Yeah.
The
Do
tunnel.
Pete and Sid.
Okay. Cool.
Tunnel rats.
So, Stinky, as you are loping down the corridor, almost kind of using all four, kind of almost galloping, because you catch the smell of cobwebs, and because you bit into and started devouring part of the spider, you're definitely getting the whiff of the venom and whatever other viscera is inside of a spider. You know, it's just like, and it leads you down a corridor. As you're kind of peering around, this large open space. It looks like almost, like a cavern almost, is underneath this a major section of town. And you realize you've traveled far enough that you are under the southwest portion of the city. And you're looking through it, and you see there's cobwebs everywhere. And you see some of those major filaments that crisscross. And you see little baby spiders kind of traveling along them. But in the center, you see this enormous, the largest spider you've seen ever. It's probably about the size of an elephant.
Whoa.
Kind of just crouched down. It's the juicy section of it. It's what's it, the thorax.
Phrasing.
Yeah.
Shows.
Yeah.
This is the thickest spider you've ever seen.
Is covered in these thick, bristly hairs, and underneath the skin is almost white. And you look at the middle section of it, and all the legs spread out, and the legs are all covered with almost these spines, almost like there's an armor covering the rest of it. And then you look at this, got these this multifaceted eyes, and then this fangs that drip. Looks right now it's not doing anything. What do you do?
Does it look delicious?
That's up to him.
Okay, so, oh god, how close is it?
Well, it can be as close or as short as long as you want it to be, depending upon your mood.
Okay, so...
I mean, if you run in, things are going to happen, but right now you're at a distance where it's not happening.
Okay, so that's important info. Basically, because, I imagine the beast isn't, suicidal. It's just really hungry. So, if it sees something that out of its league, it's probably not going to go sprinting in. So, maybe I'm crouched at the tunnel, just, looking for smaller prey to come closer.
Okay. And you're also noticing several cocoons around the floor, and some are suspended from the ceiling. In addition to smaller spiders that are maybe about, they're about the size of, I don't know.
A donut.
Not a donut.
Grapefruit.
Cake.
About a grapefruit. Yeah, they're large, but they're not like the full size ones that you all fought earlier. And so those are crawling around. And could you make a speed roll for me?
Yes, that's one of my good things.
Yes.
17.
Okay. You see it kind of lurch up and look around, and then slowly get back down, kind of nestle in, and it remains stationary for a moment. It does not hear you.
Like a big, okay, so one of the smaller ones?
No, the big guy. The big one.
Oh. Okay, well, I'm gonna back up a little bit because, Danger Dog isn't suicidal. We have definitely established that, so I'm gonna, back a little bit up into the tunnel.
Okay.
Just continue to stealth as much as possible so I'm not going to get eaten before I eat something else.
And the tunnel does continue beyond the cavern opening, so if you think it's running one direction, the cavern is off here to the left side.
Oh, okay, so there is a branch, that I could go away from the cavern, you're saying?
Yes.
Okay, yes, then I will definitely go that way.
You're gonna continue down the tunnel?
I'd like to go down another section of tunnel, because I've obviously recognized there's a lot of danger that way, so I'm gonna go a different direction.
Okay. He proceeds forward.
There. Huh? You're going there next, that means.
Yeah.
And as you are tracking and following the footsteps,
Is there any kind of light in this tunnel?
Mm-mm.
It's just so I have to have my torch lit.
So you ready to make a new character, right?
Is there light coming from this big cavern?
How did Sneaky Pete see it?
Yeah, how do people?
oh,
Well, I kind of perceived it, because, I've been in the
Don't
tunnel
have
for a
much
while,
sense,
and I would smell something much larger, probably hear the size of the thing kind of, arranging itself,
well,
perhaps.
Yeah, that's a good way of explaining it away. That's fine.
or
Yeah.
I can give you a light source because I describe color and all that kind of stuff. So, along the ceiling of this cavern, you're also noticing that the webbing has this kind of bioluminescence to it under here. So it's giving off a faint kind of purple-white hue.
All right, so I'm going to extinguish the torch for now.
Okay.
And go. You know, I'm moving. He was moving fast, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just moving at a normal rate behind him because I don't really want to run into him yet. But I'm following. I'm following the same tunnel.
Okay. Cool. Do you want us? How close to this cavern do you want to get?
Well, when I see it,
Okay.
I'm not going to want to go in there.
Right.
And if I can tell which way Pete went, I'm going to continue to follow him,
Okay.
I guess.
I guess we can speed this up. So you're
intention?
following him, and it's taking you some time because you're taking your time. Make a speed roll for me.
Oh, it's 15.
Yeah.
Did you do that on purpose?
No.
Okay. All right.
No, but that's very funny.
If you skip the first letter of each name of the town, it's Our End.
Oh.
Instead of Sour Bend. Our End.
I'm not that clever. Thank you. Thank you for thinking I am.
I was just like, oh.
So you
Use that clever.
I think
you are proceeding carefully. You're following the tracks, and you notice that sometimes there's great length of like he's just running. He's just following, slavishly to his baser instincts. But they immediately start to slow down as you come closer to this cavern.
Actually, I hate to leave him alone, but I think once I see this cavern, I'm going to have to go back to the church and let everybody else know.
Okay.
So I'm like, you see Sid like kind of this moment of, I got to let my friend go.
You're not gonna sneak past it. Get eaten by a giant spider.
No, I think the reasonable thing Sid would do is like, I got to let everyone else in the church know. I can't, as much as I want to be there for my friend.
He's also pretty stinky.
He's a werewolf, which is
Even still.
Well, let's just meta this. Go help the town and the rest of the dudes. Like,
No,
I'm sure Danger Dog can figure this
I
out.
know. I was trying to RP it.
Sorry.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm like, so I'm like, Sid's really conflicted, but he ultimately realizes to help everyone, help more people, he's got to go back and let the church know what's going on, and then I'll probably get ways from this big cavern, relight the torch so I can run.
Okay. Cool. So as you're running away, you move away to a safe enough distance. You light your torch back up, and then I'm going to throw it.
Ooh. Ooh.
A double wham.
There's another spider.
Oh,
What is it?
I just
it's
died
level
by
2, I guess.
spiders tonight.
Oh,
Guys,
I don't-
invest in Sid. He's got to get back in town and let you guys know.
Just said you can make this.
So how do I get rid of that?
You can
You spend
You can
points from
take-
the.
Yeah, you can take points.
I want to take one away.
Take one away.
Yeah.
No,
one
it's
from
a
each pile.
little spider.
Okay. So as you light your torch, behind you hear this large lumbering movement, and it kind of sloppily hits the wall, and behind you, the wall, the ceiling starts to crumble and crack a little bit, and dust and stone cover half of the opening behind you.
Ooh.
It's like difficult to get through.
And we won't be able to sneak because all the rock and rubble will make noise.
Hey, first.
There's not anything to necessarily resolve with that. It's just a bad thing that happened.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah. I'm like,
Could have been the whole
Yeah.
tunnel.
Oh,
that was the
yeah,
two.
the tunnel could have collapsed somewhere. Oh, gosh.
Okay, as you hightail it back, and as you are traveling back for the transition, montage. No, switch back to the other group. So as you are all doing your things, you're noticing that some people up at the bell tower are. You hear some commotion up there, up on the second floor. People are coming down, and they look concerned, and they run over to Altu, and they're whispering. And okay, so how do you want to handle this?
Can I listen in?
Totally.
Can I very
Wanna listen
subtly,
with her.
If you
Oh,
want
I'm going up to the top of the tower.
You're going to go check.
Yep.
I'm trained in
Also-
listening.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Good. So, if you guys are head up to the top of the tower, and while that's happening, so you want to listen in.
I
So
rolled a 12.
A 12. Okay, good. So you're hearing this this younger gentleman who you got overalls, farmer, but he looks like to be he might be 18, and he goes up to me and he goes, "Oh, Mr. Mayor, I don't know what we're gonna do about this, but there's fucking someone walking in the street. What do you want to do? I mean, it looks to be Ginny. It's just like she's still. What do you?
Oh, there's someone out there.
Yeah.
I'm standing next to you with the cacti. Sarsaparilla.
You brought sarsaparilla. You didn't leave them in the wagon.
Her, and definitely not.
Okay.
I love her.
All right.
She's a little familiar. I love her.
Maria's gonna just kind of point out the window in the direction that it was, like very subtly to Alicia, like.
Oh, we're upstairs.
You went
I'm with
upstairs.
you.
Oh,
We're both
you
going
went-
upstairs.
We'll just wander over to the window casually and take a look. Then I
I
suppose.
take my gun and I just move the blind. Oh, who's that foxy lady?
Okay.
So yeah, what do we see out?
Okay. So
I'm assuming they're seeing
yeah,
from up
you,
high.
you up to
as
seeing the
well.
same thing, but just from the higher perspective.
Okay.
You are seeing a woman in like a blue and white gingham gown. It's dirty. It's sullied. It's there's mud all over it. It looks like there's patches of blood. There are rips and there are stains, and she's hunched over and she's kind of stumbling this way and this way, back and forth through the center of town underneath the cocoons. Seems to be avoiding much of the cobwebs, but kind of not aware of them.
I immediately am running back downstairs. I'm like, I look at you. I'm like, keep your gun on it.
Is she
And I'm gonna run
heading
downstairs.
south,
Real quick, is
or
there
is she
like a
coming
sight on
from
this
the
thing?
south?
She's heading
Absolutely.
north. She's heading towards the church.
Okay.
Absolutely, there is.
I'm gonna use my sight to get a closer look and see if I can notice anything super out of the ordinary, maybe about other than the stumbling and injured part.
These more
Bite.
details, kind of.
Okay.
Bite.
So make an intelligence roll, please. Kind of a distance away.
She's been sanguine.
So I'm gonna use the sight on the gun.
Yep. Okay, we'll give you a bonus
And-
or an asset.
I'm gonna go ahead and do one effort. Yeah, I'm gonna have one edge, so I'm gonna spend 2.
Okay.
Where are you? There you are.
When it's an asset, what does that mean?
It reduces the task limit by 1.
So it's in the equivalent of D&D of adding your bonuses to your roll.
Your rolls.
Except that it happens on the other side.
Yeah.
Or you could think about reducing the DC of it.
Yeah.
How important do we think this roll might be?
I mean, we're gonna get a better.
I rolled a 3.
Well, you got 5 chips or 4 or whatever.
There are a
You
bunch
can
of
use
chips
one to
there, yeah.
re-roll if you like.
I
don't see a problem with that.
I'd like-
Do you want to look as well? Is that what you?
No, I save it. Observation is not as important as.
As action.
I feel like I'm
Worst
just gonna be
close
going
to-
out there to meet her anyway.
That's why I'm coming downstairs
Yeah,
to stop you from doing
I'm
that.
doing it.
Alright.
Just
She
so
is,
everybody knows.
in
My
case
intention.
anyone missed it, she is heading from the south towards the north.
Tell me why that's relevant. or
South is
important.
where the scary, icky bad times are.
So that's where
Church
she's
is
coming from.
outside of that to the north.
So she's coming from the spider hive. I'm thinking it's the spiders. I'm gonna come down and just be like, "Don't anybody go out there.
I got a whip.
This is another trap."
Are you keeping a roll?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep the 3.
Okay.
I did 2 things of effort, so 1 effort and 1 asset. So hopefully it was a difficulty 1 of them.
Oh, that would so like a 9 or higher is what you were hoping it was originally,
Yeah,
and you've dropped it down 2.
roughly.
I'm trying to understand.
By
the system.
chance.
I don't know, man. I think you should spend it because it's 920.
When's the chips are
You know
down?
what? No. Yeah, let's go ahead and spend 1 for 1 reroll.
Yeah, exactly.
Because
exactly.
if my horrible mind has concocted what this is,
Spider baby queen.
that is now an 18.
That is way better.
Oh, nice. Okay.
You realize you had the scope on backwards.
Who's pointing at myself?
Oh my god.
Okay.
Hellwood's a comedy now.
Oh my
There we go.
goodness.
You know.
He went from real small to real big.
So as you're seeing this woman stumble through the streets, you're getting a look at her through the scope. She has no shoes on, and you see her feet had like this. They're like her veins are now kind of blackened, and you see this blackness traveling up through her legs underneath her, and then you're looking up at her, and you see that her face. She looks like she's in pain, but she looks to be very much alive. She's very pale, and she's sweating. And other than that, you notice that there are a couple of real big puncture wounds over her left shoulder. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so I've come downstairs, and I'm just like, nobody go out there. This is a trap.
Let me go ahead and palaver for a second. What if we allowed this creature to come through, and she gets closer to the women and children and all the innocent, and then it spider cocoon bomb.
Yeah, she's not coming in here.
No, right. What I'm saying, she gets closer and then does it. That's bad. But if she gets right, approximately where she's at, and we pop her dead, she gets no closer. See what I'm saying?
I don't even know that she's alive.
Yeah. So let's just seal it down.
Good heavens, there's a woman out there. We have to try to help her.
Mrs. Gunsmith lady, I don't think there's a woman anymore.
Well,
At least at that
Van
point.
Braun. Van Braun.
You might want to take a look at this.
Von Braun.
So as you're all like kind of you're talking,
I'm just like, I just angrily look at all of you, and I run back upstairs.
okay,
Sorry.
you're good.
And she's gonna point out exactly what she saw and like hand the gun over to.
Okay. So as you're all looking at this, getting a sense of better picture of what you're going to see before you. As you look through the lens, you transition to sit. Okay, and you're full bore running, and you look under where the hole is. Nothing else has changed.
Oh yeah, you still gotta get up.
I have a rope.
You do?
the rope,
Okay.
he came down on a rope, so, right?
No, I just.
You just jump.
Oh, you jumped.
Yeah.
Oh.
So yeah, it's 10 feet up. How do you want to get up?
Shit, I don't have grappling hook.
Ninja move.
Rope's kind of useless.
Do a ninja move.
Parkour.
I mean,
Hardcore.
next level, I could probably do something like that. But
Do you get climbing as a skill?
no, not yet.
I do.
We'll just spend some.
Triangle jump. Wall.
Yeah,
Yeah. Do wall jumps.
I'll do that. Yes.
Mario can.
Mario can do
Okay.
it. You can do it.
Get parkour up.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah. So this is going to be how it could be either speed or might, whatever you think is more applicable.
I'll go speed.
Okay.
And if I spend one, was that? Or I have to spend two.
What, do you have an edge?
No.
So it'd be 3 points from your pool to reduce the effort, the task level.
By one?
I don't do that.
It's 3 to reduce by 1.
Wait, you have a whip,
yeah.
right?
You reduce the difficulty by 1, which
No,
reduces
no,
your
that's-
the needed
that's
roll by
Teddy.
3.
By 3.
Teddy has a whip.
I got a whip.
Yeah, okay.
Is there any? Wait. Okay. Is there anything? I hold the torch up as high as I can. Can I see anything I could loop?
Oftentimes,
around?
in older buildings in the basement, there would be poles to like hold up beams and stuff.
My man.
Yeah, there
So
are.
there might be something.
Is
like
this a hole or is it a square box?
Well, no, the floor collapsed.
It's a cave in.
It's
So is there an
spider
angle? Because then you could just pop.
Yeah,
you do that all the
there's an
time.
angle in the tunnel. If you're looking for like a loop or something, there's like outcroppings, like there's some rocks that look like it might hold your weight. Up beyond that, it's tough to tell where, because it's not like a chandelier coming down. There's just like beams and stuff,
The thing I was thinking is I could tie the rope around the torch, try to use that hook onto something, but I'll just try to parkour up.
You can give it a try if you want.
You got this.
Parkour!
Oh, 8.
Parkour! Are you trained in anything that would help you at all? No?
Man, I am. Look at that. Jumping, balancing, climbing. Yeah.
Parkour!
Okay.
A martial arts master falling on his butt and then a
Rich
businessman
Gamble.
just trying.
I'll let you know now. That's not going to be enough.
Yeah.
You can. There are.
Just knock the wind out of yourself for a second.
Well, we'll have to wait another little while before I can try again. Is that it, or I'm
That
just
yeah.
stuck?
You can try again, or you could use if you want to happen more quickly, you could try to reroll.
If you need permission.
No, I'll wait and just try it again after
Okay.
I catch my breath here.
There's also I forget. I was looking through the rules, and one of the XP things is that you could spend 2 experience points to gain a short-term benefit in a skill.
I don't have any experience. Oh, those are
It would be
experience.
that. I mean, and that's you could if you wanted to.
So
you could
2 to use a short term.
Yeah, you could gain benefit in jumping or parkour or whatever.
But then I still have to roll. I can know the skill. I can still
Correct.
off the roll. So.
Yeah.
That's the way everything in this is gonna go, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's if you want to wait, that's up to you. If you don't, I'm just presenting you more information.
Oh, I'll yell. Hey!
Okay.
Well, that's fun because I've got skill in listening.
He's a
Yeah.
skilled listener.
Well, okay. So yeah, give it a roll.
Do I, okay. Yes. What am I rolling?
No, probably
Intelligence.
Intelligence. Unless you use
18.
your muscles
18.
to.
Yeah. So even from a couple floors down, like your senses, kick in. You're like, wait a minute.
Hey, wait. Right. Yes. I look over at you, Gunsmith.
I'm upstairs.
You just.
I'm in the tower.
It's just you and I think.
Yeah.
It is. I look over at you, Mrs. Gunsmith.
Yeah.
I'm wrong.
should just
I'll be
call her.
right back.
Made her left
I just
hand.
heard Sid, and I over to where I heard from Sid.
Okay. So you're gonna head down that way.
Yeah.
So let's take a Stinky. And then after. So you're heading down this tunnel again, and you're along the way you're seeing smaller spiders, and every time you're just like you smash it because they're little itsy bitsy things, and you can gobble them up if you choose, but you are definitely heading to a section where the cobwebs are getting more and more dense, and the tunnel is progressively getting more and more narrow. How do you?
Okay.
Do you want to keep going?
Crunchy chocolate spider on the Yeah.
How tight would it be? Would I have to like turn sideways or get on all fours?
Yes, you're coming to the point where you're starting to have to crawl through the tunnel.
Okay. So I'm gonna take like a really good whiff. Like, do I smell like the air is getting fresher or anything? Because after seeing Big Spider McGee, getting outside would be nice.
Yes, you're getting a faint smell of fresh air, like there's a draft, but you're also getting much more of dust, cobweb, and you're even smelling more ichor smells like the venom, and corpses.
Corpses.
Ooh, corpses. Perfect.
Perfect.
No.
I don't
Okay,
think
so
you've been following the narrative.
it sounds bad.
Because it is.
If I, it is. What I'm hoping that I have found is like the way down to the lair proper, like from their larder that they're keeping above ground. Maybe. So I would like to try and
I'm just gonna be very clear. You just ran by it.
The big one.
no,
Yeah.
right, the big one. Yeah.
That's
but like
that's and all the cocoons there. That's it, buddy.
I love that. Megan Tucker, I'm just gonna be plain.
I just
you
wanted
just
to-
ran by the big
You
one.
just
The one.
Run away from
Okay.
that one.
I did run away from that one.
so
Brave
I don't want to like.
There was so much the scene from Aliens in the Queen pods.
Well, like, basically I'm hoping, like, maybe this is, like, one of their surface access points. So, like, I'd like to maybe, screw it. I want to dig to, like, make the tunnel bigger for myself and, like, get out of this tunnel now.
Okay. You want to go straight up, or you're just gonna go horizontal, which just have a direction?
Are
I'm
these
going
human
towards the
jerkies?
draft. Like, I know the tunnel has gotten smaller on me, but now I'm just going to start, like, scraping the sides and, like, trying to, like,
Okay.
claw my way out now.
Okay, so I need you to make a might roll, and if you have any kind of digging or ability, that'd be great. If not, I'm sorry, Josh. What'd you say?
Are they human jerkies?
Like I think
So
desiccated.
my human version has spelunking. Would that aid in my efforts to not bury myself?
Yes.
Cool. Okay. 15.
Okay. So as you start digging around, you're like, now you're opening up and making this whole tunnel bigger for you to get through, and you're going, total beast mode on it.
Nice.
Is that, do you want to keep going forward, or do you want to go up to get to the surface?
Yeah, I want to get up, up and out.
Okay, so you start clawing through the ceiling and digging, and you manage to dig a tunnel straight up, pretty much, and jumping them through in your whole wolf form, and you hit the ground, and you break through, and there's a bit of old, let's see, dead grass around, and you look around, and right above you is wooden planks, like you're underneath a building. So you hit this other crawl space, and you have fresh air finally, and you're looking around, and it's basically a 10 by 10 building that's just wood planks over, like it was just built on top of the ground, and you're in this kind of smaller crawl space. That's pretty much what you see.
Okay. Can I get out from under the house, or is it sealed off on either side?
It leads out in the cardinal directions. So you take a quick look around, and you realize that behind you, so I guess let's say east, is the main drag, and you see cobwebs coming down over that section, and even the other Jesus man. The other portion of it, there's another wall where there's more cobwebs, and there's two sections that lead out either towards, I guess, one way and then the other way.
And you said wood planks above me, right?
Yeah.
All right, boys, let's do this.
What is
I'm busting through the wood points.
Oh, of course he is.
Leroy Jenkins with an 18.
Okay, yeah, you take one hand, just smash through a board, and then you see splinters just explode up in the air as you pop up in and jump back down inside the building. You look around, and I gotta see. I have buildings for this.
Oh my god, if they're survivors, they're so fucked.
You are inside the blacksmith, Hera's Ironworks, and so there is a forge that it's still burning lightly, but the rest of it is covered in cobwebs. And you're looking around at tools suspended from the ceiling, whether they are hammers or not anvils, but other just chains and other things, all covered in cobwebs. There's tables that have more tools, and whether they are yardwork tools like axes or what else is there? Different kinds of hammers, other kinds of pry bars, crowbars, that kind of stuff. There's other tables that have other specialty equipment, which would be various types of weird sabers or other types of swords. And looking around the room, there's a couple of windows, and you look and you don't see anybody else, but you are noticing that there are cocoons suspended in here, and there are two spiders looking over these cocoons that have just finished spitting people up.
Oh.
And they look at you. And we're gonna go back over here.
Aha! Where is
right
the
when I was about to have lunch.
Yeah, right. Where is the blacksmith compared to where we are? Is it in the south? How far did he? Okay, so he really went south.
Yeah,
okay.
southwest.
Okay,
he's in one of the worst parts of.
Of course he is. No, of course he is.
Yeah. Okay. So as you were all talking about the girl in the street, and you're looking at her,
I ran towards him. So
you went down to him.
Yeah.
The mayor's like, well, I'm not certain, and then this kid's just like, but it's so and so's, over here, but so and so's daughter. We can't just leave her out there. What if he sees her? He's just like he's gonna. And after a moment, you hear a scream from inside the church.
Oh.
And it's one of the ladies who got up and looked out the gun hole and just saw Jenny, and you realize, and you hear her scream, goes, "That's my daughter! It's my Jenny!" And then a husband gets up and runs towards the door.
Woman, I gave you an instruction.
You did?
Yeah.
Don't let anybody go out there?
That's what I
Yeah.
I gave you an instruction.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to stand in front of the door.
Chip in that first.
I'm gonna stand in front of the door, and I'm going to use enthrall on him.
Okay.
I'm just going to be like, whoa, hold on now. Listen, I know you want to go out there, but listen. We have trained professionals upstairs assessing the situation. Just give them a moment, to make sure that it's safe. Because if we go running out there without any idea of what's happening, we may just. The ground is unsafe. In the basement, things are all messed up. Who knows where else things are like that? If you run out, we may have to rescue you too. So just hold still. It's gonna be fine. How are you, by the way? And she just her enthrall goes.
And he stands there kind of like stupefied, like whoa. And so it's like you see like your words working on him in a very palpable way. Like he starts out real angry, like real gonna run to the door, and then slowly as you speak, he's like, "Oh, well, that makes a lot of sense." Yeah, honey, you might want to come talk to her. This is I think good. And he's kind of vacant.
Yes, mind-numbing chitter chatter.
Fair enough.
My specialty.
Okay.
All right, that's me.
I'm coming up to see what, because you said there's something to see,
Yeah.
which is why I'm going upstairs.
I would pass him over the gun, tell him what I saw happening, and
You're basically trying to say that she's alive.
But also,
but
messed up.
maybe not.
I don't think he's saying she's alive. She's walking, but she ain't alive.
So because of the observation and the role you had and the information, as you pass it to you look through the scope, and you see that part of her neck kind of just inflates and then deflates.
Oh! Oh!
Oh yeah, this is a spider.
It's the frog gizzard.
I just kind of look over at you. I was like,
What do we do?
that's an excellent question.
I mean, we can't just shoot her here, can we? If that even is her anymore.
If this wasn't a trap, she'd be dead.
Hate to say, but you're probably right.
Are you gonna shoot her? What are you gonna do?
Oh man.
Oh man!
Oh man.
I'm gonna shoot her.
With Alicia's gun?
No, I've got my own gun, and I can't use the type of gun.
No, that's
It's a
fair.
big heavy rifle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have the range?
I have range on this. I can shoot,
Yeah, she's in range.
especially if I shoot multiple times.
Oh boy. Okay.
Okay, so a bullet is for a person that is alive and they lose blood and then they die, which is great. But if this isn't, okay, so what I'm trying to say is
Are you gonna cast shadow?
I'm thinking of using Shatter, not as an AoE attack, but as a poke holes in the thing that's gonna pop.
So what does shatter do? What's the wording of the spell? Do you have it? Because
No, because it doesn't do this. It doesn't do this.
Okay.
It does 1 damage to everything in an area.
Yeah.
I'm
So you
not
want the
trying to-
neck to pop.
So it'd be kind of like doing a shrapnel.
Yeah, that's what I want. I want the. I would like to use Shatter as, because that's the whole idea. Is we're doing the narrative versions of a thing that we have, right?
Okay, so
So I don't want to use the mechanical version of Shatter.
Okay.
I want to use Shatter as, because it looks like she's inflating and deflating, like there's something in there. I want to put a lot of holes in this thing.
you want to use shatter on the bullet before it hits her.
That's
So
how
that
it.
there's shrapnel
that is-
coming out.
That's
like,
how Shatter works.
I know, but I'm just saying, like,
To me, it sounds like you're firing a grenade launcher, but instead of trying to have it land on the ground and hit as many people as possible,
Trying
you're
to
trying to fire
flak
the
out.
grenade launcher into her.
Yeah, you're trying to flank it.
So no, because
I think the 1 damage would kind of convey the multiple puncture wounds that you're looking for to kind of.
yes, that's what I'm kind of trying to do. I'm not necessarily even trying to kill this person,
Okay.
if they are alive or not. but it is just going to put a lot of
Okay.
holes in it.
So as
You
you
want to try to get the
if I
spiders
can
out.
imbue your bullet with this ability, this magic, and,
Yeah.
and just before it gets there, it just explodes.
Yes, that's what shattered. That's what
Yeah,
that's
so
what my shatter.
I could see, like, because I see, like, maybe you put a cross on the tip of the bullet. Like, I've seen some people, like, just etch,
He's
like, in the metal, right? And then you just...
So the whole gun is designed to within like to be like sacred geometry, basically.
Interesting that
and-
there's other sacred geometry going
And
on.
you
Actually,
know, I mean, I designed it in. I've designed the gun.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, so I'm like, I pull the barrel, not the barrel, the
Hammer.
no, not the hammer. Where's the cart with the bullets in it?
Cylinder.
Oh,
The cylinder. The cylinder. Thank you.
bullets in it.
I'm very tired.
No, it's
I
great.
want-
That's my language.
To cast, I'm like, I roll it up a certain amount and then roll it back a certain amount and then
right.
spin it and then I
nice.
shoot.
Okay, cool. Okay, yeah, sure.
it's a combination.
There's like
power.
Yeah.
a somatic component
Yes.
almost
Yeah.
to make it go.
Great. Yeah, fine, good. Make your what is it? Whatever the roll it takes for this.
It just happens.
Oh, okay.
well,
This is,
I mean, it's
I can look it up.
an
But I
attack.
think
You're not aiming.
no. I cause it
Yeah.
to explode in the area, and then everybody takes one
I
damage.
see,
It's
I
my
see.
ability
Oh, interesting.
to
Okay.
do that.
That's cool.
That's cool.
Okay, so describe this. Describe the firing and the aiming.
Yeah. I'm doing the thing, and I like you see me like hesitate even for a last second, and then fire off anyway.
Okay.
And the bullet goes down and just, and there's just like this shrapnel more than what should be in the bullet, just kind of going out everywhere.
Cool. So as you see all the shrapnel just explode from this bullet, it goes everywhere. You feel parts of it hit the side of the church, like the bing, bing, bing. And then parts of it just slice open her cheek, and they kind of punctures the section on her neck here, and just like there's those little tiny holes everywhere. And as this happens, she recoil and kind of like her head falls back a little bit, falls forward, still kind of moving toward the church, but you see a gas start to
Gas?
leak out from her body.
Boomer.
At that point, I'm like,
I forgot.
take her
Great
out.
game, by the way.
Are you watching what's happening out of the window? Or what
I'm
are you
going to
doing?
get him.
You're in the basement. Okay.
Well,
So
yes.
I'm downstairs by myself. You two are upstairs, and okay, all right.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just
at this
trying
point
to.
now we've confirmed.
Yeah, I
think
I've,
you're
I've
with the
done the
mayor.
bad thing.
You did the bad thing.
I did the bad thing
but it was the right thing to do.
to confirm that this is what we think it is. They're bad.
Cover Sarsarilla's eyes.
She's with me.
She's safe. She's safe.
She's safe.
Okay, who hasn't done something yet?
Me and him.
Okay.
You good?
I guess you guys might as well do that before I actually pull the trigger.
yeah.
Okay, yeah. Cool, let's do this.
Cutscene, so it's like,
Yeah.
I've got my gun,
Hey,
because I don't know where it...
hey.
Oh god, this could be a trap.
No, it's me.
What'd you eat for breakfast? I don't remember either. All right. Pull out of my pocket.
You're the greenhouse pig.
Okay. So I turn around down there. I'm like, how'd you find yourself down there?
I followed our werewolf friend, and I found the Spider Queen's chamber.
Oh my.
She is very big.
How big?
In this country, the closest I believe you could get is a buffalo.
Size of a
Hot
carriage,
diggity.
probably like a.
A carriage size arachnid. Go figure. All right, well, you might as well climb back up.
I do appreciate the hand.
Yep.
And I was just kidding about the imperialist thing.
Oh, I nearly forgot about that.
Starts on
Just
fire.
the role play started.
Listen, and as you come up and I pat you off because you fell the first time or whatever, right? Like, there's a woman walking in the middle of the street right now. Nah, very spooky. She kind of walking like her gait's all wrong or something. Like, what?
Which direction did she come from?
Well, I can tell you specifically where she's come from the south to the north.
That's when you hear gunshot.
Oh, and then
I think she may not be a problem now.
Well, shall we turn to
Yes,
our
now we
Alicia
turn. We're
and
good. Yeah, because there's nothing.
What actually?
Our next. Well, then I get. Wait,
You can
before
fill
we
me in
go,
on some
are
of the
we
details.
going to them?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're not waiting in this room. We are now en route to the gunshot, so that we're gonna convene together.
Okay. Okay, good.
All right. I feel like Alicia's going to take the gun, put it on the sill, raise it up. She's going to sight in for the face, like that's the head. She's going to do that thing where they kind of takes a deep breath.
Waits for that in between heartbeats moment.
And then, does the Overwatch thing where waits for this spot. And then I'm going to fire.
Okay. Make your attack roll.
She's going to make sure that in the most horrible case, it's painless.
Oh.
So,
Okay, so just like headshot.
yeah.
Okay.
Let's see.
For that, do you need to? Is called shots a thing in this game?
It probably raised the difficulty.
It's gonna be the same process.
Yeah. So you're hoping for a headshot, and if you like kill her in one hit, it
Yeah,
is.
as opposed to
Yeah.
making it
I mean,
horrible for everyone.
Consider it's a smaller target. It's not the body. It's far, kind of a distance, but you're a good shot. It kind of evens out in the wash.
Yeah, there's
Yeah, well,
no
with the Overwatch
response to
thing,
that
I get to ignore
shatter.
benefit
Not
from
a person.
cover, position, surprise, range, illumination, visibility. So,
I was half expecting the shatter to
I'm
pop
going
those little
to-
spider legs to come out.
Oh,
So-
yeah, I was too. I was super expecting all the
you
little
too.
pores to go.
Yeah.
About it.
Gas is creepy too. It's good. It's good.
There's other reasons why. Anyway.
Yeah. Well, I'm actually
I love this.
deeply disturbed and concerned that it's not.
Spiders all
I'm
the
also
way
going to put an
down.
effort on that.
Monsters entered the chat.
I'm also going to put an effort on that.
Okay.
All right.
So,
So that reduces the difficulty by one.
yep,
He's rolling with his story die.
15.
Oh, that's
That's
pretty
enough.
good.
How do you want to do this?
So after she has that wincing moment, she looks back down, and then she kind of moves down on the sight until that moment, pulls that trigger, and you just hear one,
Bang.
and then just
Yeah, her head is gone.
We run up at the moment where we see blood mist coming out of a balloon head.
Oh, jeez.
So it's a spray of that kind of fine mist of blood, and there's this green gas leaking out from the rest of her, and you hear "Ah!"
What did you do?
down below,
Does that happen to people? The green mist, I mean?
and the body slumps in the middle of the road.
I just kind of nod at you and I turn around and I go start heading back downstairs.
Now, there may be sudden instances in which heads suddenly combust. I tried to say that to people who were screaming. I read about it in the funnies once.
Maria's going to end her enthrall on the father of the corpse.
Yeah.
Now and be like, you may want to comfort your wife.
So, what happened?
Malaria.
Timing on this.
And it's like 10 out of 10. I'm like, I think we just end there.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry.
No, that's
Why malaria?
End scene.
That just sounded old-fashioned for a second.
Yeah, the credits just roll.
In my face.
There's malaria, and then it cuts back to everybody else going. And then credits. Credits.
Yeah. Let's just pause there. Oh my God. Okay. Well, awesome.
Oh my goodness.
Thank you, everybody. I guess so. Yeah, hopefully you'll have fun.
That was fun.
We will pick up with this situation. Probably we'll reconvene with Stinky Pete down in the depths first, and then what happens topside.
Oh yeah, good idea.
To see see how this all pans out, and we'll take it from there. Okay. Cool. So everybody out in cyberspace, if you're there, thank you for watching our game and enjoying our foray into the Cypher system.
Yeah.
And how we can manipulate the Wild West to do whatever the fuck we want. So good.
Yeah.
So I guess take care, everybody. Make sure to check out Hunters on Wednesday.
Yep.
And then Etherflux again on Sunday for some more traditional D&D stuff. And then we'll be back here again next Monday, I think. No, it's not Halloween, right? No, it's the 30th.
No.
Next Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it already? Gosh,
Oh no,
the time
no,
just
it's
today.
flies.
Okay, it's 2 weeks now. I'm way ahead.
23rd.
23rd. Okay.
Woo!
Yeah.
But we're ready for it.
We're ready.
Yeah,
Let's go.
For more this stuff on, and then so there. If not, peace and love, man. Take care.
Yeah. Night Center. Bye, Wolfman. Bye, everybody.